Twice a year, teams of emergency room physicians and volunteers from San Antonio and elsewhere enter another world entirely. They travel to one of the largest trash dumps in Central America. It's located in Guatemala City. It's home to those who depend on it as a resource to support their families. Jesse Degollado reports for the past 10 years, the nonprofit known as Shared Beat has been sharing their medical know-how among the poorest of the poor.
The immensity of the garbage dump dwarfs the people who depend on it for their survival.
It's really hard to imagine, and even when you've seen it, it's hard to believe.
The degree of poverty is beyond what I could conceive.
And yet they find hope in these small faces.
It's fun because, I get to see lots and lots and lots of kids.
One was a little boy with an extra finger. Removal usually is done at birth, but after it was over,
the next day, someone came in and said it's the first time he felt normal.
It just makes us want to work harder and affect more people's lives that way.
Shared Beat's emphasis has been on their health.
We keep those kids well. They're our family.
Well enough to learn through an educational effort already in place.
You can imagine if you're not educated how you are not empowered to move forward with your life.
So their wish for children such as this little boy?
He will be able to be anything that he wants to be, and that he'll be able to be in a world where his children won't go hungry.
Thanks to the devotion of those who've come back every year for the past decade.
No matter who else, comes into your life, we'll probably always be here for you.
Jesse Degollado, KSAT 12 News.
And aside from the medical care, here's how they also help. Shared Beat gives scholarships to anyone living at the garbage dump who wants to enter the medical field. Nurses have been trained, but also there's a future doctor, a speech therapist, and a nutritionist all studying right now in Guatemala. All of them willing to come back and serve their community.